Title: At my birthday party, I reached to hug my wife. She pulled away. Don't touch me, I'm not in the mood to play wife. I replied, you won't have to anymore. Start: It happened at my birthday party. The candles were still burning when she said it. Don't touch me, I'm not in the mood to play wife. Her voice was sharp enough to slice through the laughter around us. The guests froze, eyes flicking between us like spectators at a slow-motion car crash. My hand, still mid-air, felt heavier than lead. I smiled, quietly, calmly. You won't have to anymore, I said. And just like that, everything I'd buried for months came to life. 3 years ago, she was everything I'd prayed for, soft-spoken, radiant, and dangerously curious about my world. We met at a conference in Dubai. She said I looked like someone who carries silence like a weapon. I laughed then. She was right. We were a good team. I built the business, she built the illusion of us. Our photos were perfect, our weekends expensive, our friends jealous. But behind every couple goal was a ledger of lies. I didn't see it at first. Love makes a fool generous with trust. She started working late. Then she stopped working altogether. The excuses piled up. Her mother's health, her headaches, her me time. I didn't chase explanations, I watched, because silence, when used correctly, is surveillance. The first crack came in her smile. She started checking her phone mid-conversation, hiding the screen like a teenager. Then one night, her phone lit up on the dresser while she was in the shower. I saw a name I didn't recognize. R. Just a letter. Clean. Untraceable. But curiosity can be a blade when guided by suspicion. I cloned her phone the next day. Quietly. It wasn't difficult. I own a cybersecurity firm. Irony has a dark sense of humor. Within a week, I had everything. Voice notes, texts, photos. Her body wrapped around another man in a hotel room I'd once booked for our anniversary. I didn't rage, didn't drink, didn't cry. I only stared at the timestamp, 8:17 p.m., the same night she'd texted me, "Happy working late, my love." That's when I understood something important. Betrayal doesn't break you, it clarifies you. I began to dismantle her world one pixel at a time. First, I moved our joint assets into my name, legally, quietly. The company accounts, house deeds, the car, all reassigned under restructuring. She didn't notice. She never read what she signed. Then I hired an investigator, not to find evidence, but to plant it, a breadcrumb trail of her embezzlement. Small amounts, strategically misplaced, documented, time-stamped. I made it look like she'd been laundering funds from my company through her personal account. The irony? Every document she'd signed as Mrs. now became her noose. Then came the social setup. I began recording our arguments, her tantrums, her offhand insults. I wasn't provoking her, I was collecting authenticity. The kind that plays well in courtrooms and online narratives. I waited, patiently. Silence became my accomplice again. It began 2 weeks before my birthday. I anonymously sent the photos of her and R to his wife. She filed for divorce within 48 hours. Then I invited everyone to my birthday party. Family, colleagues, her closest friends. I wanted witnesses. The stage needed an audience. The night started with laughter and wine. She was glowing, playing the role of loving wife one last time. I almost pitied her. Almost. When I reached for her during the cake cutting, she recoiled, lips twisting. "Don't touch me. I'm not in the mood to play wife." The room went still. I smiled. "You won't have to anymore." I walked to the bar, pulled out my phone, and mirrored my screen to the TV. Her voice echoed through the room, her giggles, her whispers, her moans. The hotel timestamp glared at everyone like a neon confession. She screamed, lunged for the remote, but the damage was done. Gasps filled the room. Her best friend covered her mouth. My mother looked away. I didn't shout. I didn't move. I just watched her crumble. When she finally found her voice, she spat, "You planned this?" "Yes," I said. Every word, every silence, every signature. She slapped me. I didn't flinch. Security escorted her out. The applause came later, from colleagues, from silent nods, from those who'd suspected but never said it aloud. 2 days later, she tried to empty our joint account. It was already closed. She tried to claim half the house. It wasn't hers anymore. She tried to sue for emotional distress. My lawyer sent her the embezzlement files with her signature all over them. Her calls didn't stop for weeks. First, the apologies, then the threats, then the begging. I didn't answer a single one. Instead, I had my assistant forward her a single message: "You'll find freedom in silence." I did. They say revenge is toxic, that it corrodes the soul. But that's only true when you let emotion lead. I didn't seek revenge for satisfaction. I did it for symmetry. She took my loyalty and turned it into humiliation. I took her deceit and turned it into justice. Now, when people mention her name, they whisper. Not because she cheated, but because she lost everything trying to play games with a man who doesn't play. The last time I saw her was at a cafe, months later. She looked smaller, worn. She didn't notice me until I passed her table. Her eyes met mine, pleading. I smiled, the same way I did at my birthday. Calm, measured, final. She opened her mouth to speak, but I gently placed my hand on her table and whispered, "You don't have to play wife." Her eyes filled with tears. I walked away. Now the nights are quiet again. The house feels lighter. Every call from her goes unanswered. Every memory fades like old ink. I didn't lose a wife. I removed a liability. And sometimes that's the best gift you can give yourself on your birthday.